What's going on? Welcome to another Wednesday of your favorite podcast, the Inner Circle podcast. That is. Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show, Bestie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very, very good. I can't complain. I mean, as we were discussing before the show, a little tired, but
We're a
still
little ragged, a little
eating.
run down.
But it's because we're busy. We're busy
Well,
career gals.
you were busy traveling and shit, like been around the world, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm been working and you trying to survive in this little life. But yeah, how are you? How was your weekend? My weekend, I'll tell you right now, my weekend was uneventful. How was yours?
But did you watch any shows, any new shows that because you always be talking about some shows that you put people on or that are popular that I see people comment like, oh yeah, I love that show. Anything that you're watching
What am I watching? I don't
or that
know.
you watch?
I know, like, first of all, I caught up on RuPaul's Drag Race, and
I was gonna ask you, have you been
so
watching it?
far,
Yeah.
I'm glad. The latest elimination, like, bye, girls. There's
I
no,
mean, you.
I
I
do
could
like
see her
her.
though. I could see. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! I did kind of like her at first. I'm like, yo, her personality. Like when like the first episodes started, but once she performed, I'm like, yo, she's great. I could see her honestly because remember, and you know this, not every winner like just because you didn't win RuPaul's Drag Race doesn't mean you're not used for like the Vegas show. You know what I mean? Or traveling there, the work the world tour that they do all around the world. And
Yeah,
I could definitely see Maya Iman like doing something. She
I
is
can
an
see her
amazing
too.
performer.
I just the flips. I feel like she looks like a little troll, like doing flips. Like she looks like a little gnome or whatever. But I liked her. She was cool, but I mean, it was time to go.
She just wasn't. Yeah, it was. You're right. But you know what? I absolutely agree. But I can see why they kept this other girl over her. But what was the what's homegirl's name? The
Uh,
BBL
Morphe, Love Dion.
Morphine. Honestly, and that lip sync, Morphine did good, but like I feel like
You know
Maya
why
was
she
better,
got
but it
captured?
just got repetitive for Maya because you know.
It got repetitive for Maya. However, she got capped because she pulled that stunt where when she took off her skirt and she put it on top of morphine while she was dancing. Drag is not a contact sport.
Yeah,
You shouldn't do that.
yeah.
And
When
I
that
think
happened, I'm like, ooh.
when RuPaul did that side eye, like, oh, I saw that. I already
Hmm.
knew she was about to leave because
Yeah.
I think she did a better job than morphine, but
Yep, you're
whatever.
right.
Who are
You're
you
right.
rooting for, real quick?
Real quick before we get to my weekend, eating peaches, down in Georgia. Now, okay.
I like the
So
Philly drag queen.
yes, I'm rooting for her.
What's her name?
Honestly, from the gate when they did the two split episode, she was one of that stood out for me. I just am not Miss Congeniality for sure, but I do hope she wins. And I'm why I might have Safira
Sophia.
Christoph.
So Safira,
Um,
yeah, I like her. She has like an old regalness to her, but she's
yes,
actually pretty
yes.
young-ish. I like her. She gives
And the
me
acting and the voice, all well rounded. And you know who else? Nymphia went stood out to me from the beginning.
I
And
don't like
sometimes it
Nymphia.
has to go on for me to be like, okay, but honestly, from the first two episodes, Nymphia, um, Saphira, and although I didn't think I was gonna like her personality, and
No,
at first the
don't
way she
you
talks and
dare
all
say
that,
Plain Jane.
cute, cute.
Oh, I love Q. And after this episode, it made me so sad for her. First of all, justice for Q. I think she should have won. I don't
Mm.
understand why. I mean, it's hard. It's a toss up between her and Saphira. They were both great, but like her dress,
What it
her
meant and
design
everything.
was up there. It was great.
Yeah.
Both of them did a great job. I don't know. That sucks, but
Um,
I'm there for both of them.
as far as Q, I think she's. I mean, she's talented, and maybe producers produce. Let's just put it like that. We're not gonna bring down the edit, but producers produce. And honestly, we know there's gonna be a ball challenge eventually. We
Yeah.
know who's gonna make it to four, and a ball where you have to design all your clothes. And I have a feeling that win is gonna be for Q. I
He's
just
a
feel they
very
didn't want to give her all the
Q is
wins.
a very pretty, like, she's a pretty man. Like even without makeup and like drag and stuff, like his facial features and stuff are very
Mm,
pretty. Like he looks like a, like if I didn't know him, if he wasn't obviously out of drag, I would really think it was a woman.
mm. Yeah, and then who else is left? Well, basically now it's the top five, right? And then Plain Jane, which,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
She's too delulu and she's too full of herself. And then the other one is the Morphine Dion. Dion.
Morphine, I feel like is gone next. We'll be
She's gonna
seeing her
go.
go this next Friday. We'll see her go next. But I'm enjoying this season actually. I'm enjoying this season again. It feels fresh again, all the way 16. Because the last few seasons, and we've spoke about it a lot on the show. It feels like some of these queens remind us of other queens, and it looks
Redundant,
repetitive
yeah.
and all that stuff. So I really like this season. I really enjoy it a little bit. I mean, we need it, I guess. Although I feel like a lot of people love to hate Plain Jane. Like I'm sure we're not the only ones. I'm sure there's an audience out there that can't stand the
No.
bitch, but also there's something she does that's good or whatever.
You know who she
Um,
reminds me of, real quick, before we move on? She reminds me of like a fake Violet Chachki meets Katya, and it's like, girl, stop.
well, yeah, Kata Russian, but yeah, my weekend was pretty fun. Was in Atlanta, and we got to see. He's been on the show only once a
Yes.
while ago, but when we first started in 2020. But our friend Fernando, I haven't seen him since 2021. So it
Yeah.
was great to see him catch up. I brought Gizmo down there. He didn't know I was bringing Gizmo, so I wanted to surprise him. And one special thing about animals, especially dogs, like if you mean something to them, spending enough time, they will never forget you. You know what I mean? And the way Gizmo just went crazy over him and like had a basically what I call a smile like for a while, like smiling, like it was so cute. It was like adorable to see. But it was fun. I mean, listen, Atlanta for the win because those drinks.
They're
I
good
keep
with
saying
drinks.
it.
They're not good with food, according to Keith Lee. And
Nah, they're very good with food. I
there's
love Atlanta
there's a
food.
whole like TikTok thing about how it sometimes their customer service is horrible. Cardi B did a whole story about it, but their food is great. It's just their customer service and their whole restaurant situation. Like it's
Yeah.
really bad.
I mean, because they do have a lot of beautiful restaurants down there too. They have a lot
They
of nice,
do.
dope restaurants, like themed, like so. Um, I love Atlanta, and I haven't been in a while, so it felt very very good to go back. Although it was a short weekend, but it's still we maximized it, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. But what do you think about this whole like I know you've watched some of these shows like on Netflix and stuff with the Royals. What do you think about this whole
The
situation
Crown.
right now where yeah, you watch you
Yeah,
got
I
into
watched
that,
The
no?
Crown.
So
This season's
maybe
gonna be
you're the thing.
spicy.
But what do you think about this whole Kate Middleton debacle that's going on? It all started because of a Mother's Day. Remember, Mother's Day in London. I go to London and now I think I know London history. Mother's Day in London was March 9th. Is always sooner than ours. In May,
Mhm.
and she uploaded a picture where a lot of um, Photoshop and editors caught Photoshop a lot of Photoshop mistakes. So that just ran like wildfire. And then like supposedly there's been pictures of her out with Prince Williams, but their people are clocking that in regards to like Photoshop or old pictures. What do you think about this whole craziness that's surrounding her?
Mhm.
And like, is she okay? What's going on? Where is she? What's your take on it? Are you keeping up with it?
Of
What's your
course I
thoughts?
am. Listen, anything that has to do with Rule Britannia, I'm up in the mix. I'm the sixth Spice Girl at this point. Kate Middleton has to summarize it in case you don't really know the specifics behind it. Kate Middleton was supposed to go. She announced, I think, back in January that she was going, or December. She announced that she was gonna go get abdominal surgery. She went
Mhm.
and got surgery, but no one has seen her be discharged. No one has seen her leave. Whatever. Then around the same time, we hear that King Charles, excuse me, King Charles has been diagnosed with a type of cancer. We don't know what kind. I think is it prostate. I believe it's prostate. I'm not sure, but so he's getting treated for that. In the midst of all this happening, we haven't seen Kate Middleton at all. We've seen Prince William, running around. There's so many rumors about him having like
An
an alleged
affair, right?
affair with this lady named Rose, and she's not as pretty as Kate. It's very reminiscent of like his
Princess
mom,
Diana.
Princess Diana, and like everything that happened with his mom. Listen, I am hoping that she's alive. I hope this is not no Weekend at Bernie's scenario.
Oh no.
God forbid, but like the fact that my thing is this, the royal family have this tradition where they have this like mantra: never complain, never explain. They let the media like roll whatever that they want, and they also throw each other under the bus, so that way if like one is going through something bad, they don't want the media outlets to like really announce it, so they'll throw someone else in the royal family under the bus, so that way they're getting more coverage over them. The fact that they decided to take this fucking photo and like post it with all these horrible Photoshop issues, and like they really expected people to like just blindly look at it and be like, oh, it's fine, and pass it on. No, are you crazy? People, there were like people like dissecting it and putting like each image and every speck that was wrong with it. Insane. Now there's a video of this girl, Kate Middleton, walking around like some farm or some like, I don't
I say that, yeah.
know, some market or whatever, and it's with Prince William. First of all, she looks hella skinny. If that's her, then okay, cool.
Well, they do say when you have that surgery,
Yeah.
because the reason why she had it also, I believe, is because she had some bowel disease, some, I don't know the medical term, but something disease, bowel dis
Ooh, let
something
me
disease.
find out she has what is that? The gastric issues, I guess. I don't know.
It was something to, so that's
Crohn's
why she had
disease.
that abdominal. That's why she did have that abdominal thing. But from what I hear, and some people from this thing that I was reading and read it from, people wrote in that when you have that done, you lose a lot of weight. So that's why maybe her face, because people were pointing at her face, that's why maybe her face looks slimmer. Because
Right.
there is a such thing that you do lose weight because basically, even when you have that, you need a bag basically to take a shit. Like
Yeah, you gotta, I forget
so,
the name of the bag, but like ultimately it didn't help them to post something like that. What they could have done was to basically calm the crowd, so to speak. They could have had done a video, do a cameo style video like, hey, this is me from bed. I'm still sick, recovering. Thank you guys for your thoughts. I'm laughing at everyone's like crazy theories and conspiracies. But they
yeah, but
decided to do that. That was like,
yeah, the UK people, I feel like people from Europe, UK, and especially the royals are not like Americans. American celebrity will be quick to do that to like shut down the PR. Over there, they're like you said earlier, like private. Like they try to
mhm,
control everything, the media, the paper. So
yeah,
it's just crazy and interesting of like everything going on, and of course the U.S. over here, media has always been obsessed for some reason with the Royals and printing and talking and shows and everywhere talking about it. So I thought it was very interesting, and like you said, and I thought it myself too. Just seeing it everywhere is very reminiscent of Princess Diana. But you know who's someone who's very happy right now, who the attention's not on them? Harry and Meghan Markle. They must
I
be
know they're
dancing.
tearing it up. They're having a
Yeah,
party in Montecito
they're
right
like,
now.
thank you, Jesus. They're like doing the happy Indian dance,
They
like.
dancing with the chickens in their little son, little Archie's little chicken coop. Because at this point, not they're not being in the media. Listen, if that affair rumor was true, I feel like Harry would have said something in his book. He would have alluded to like, yeah, and my brother shouldn't be talking shit because he got demons in his closet or something like that. Because he did make a lot of, I don't want to say allegations because they were true. He did come out and say
Allude to a
stories.
lot
He
of
did
things.
allude to a lot of things that Prince William has done to him in the past or has done in the past. So I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. I thought it was weird. I think over the weekend they had this like emergency. BBC was on standby, like the news organization
I
over
heard
there.
that too, yeah,
They
for
were on
announcement.
standby because a big news was gonna come out and all this shit, and like nothing came about it. So we'll see.
Oh, child. So this past week, and not only did I go away, but Justin Timberlake dropped his album on Friday, enough for me to something to listen to on the plane. What are your thoughts? We put up a poll.
Yeah.
I don't have the results for the poll, but what are your thoughts on the album? I know there's people that reached out to me and said that they liked it. What are your thoughts on Justin's album?
I'm gonna keep it 100 and I'm gonna be real. I did not listen to the album because I've been heavily listening to Ariana's new album in rotation.
Really?
I will say yes, I love Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
What?
I'm not feeling this album like
Yeah,
that.
you're
I
not
heard
feeling
it.
yes, I get it. You're not feeling it because I feel like you're not in that stage in your life. She's actually like going through, she's grieving in two different ways, grieving a divorce and still grieving the loss of the love of her life.
And oh no, and finding getting into something new as in an
And yeah,
affair.
I mean, I didn't want to mention SpongeBob, but yeah, she is getting into a like she is in a
Talk about new love that happened while basically that happened as
unexpectedly.
basically an affair. Allegedly, allegedly, because we don't know how. Like, obviously, she was going through her thing, ending with her man, and her man cheated on her anyways. And then we don't know what was going behind closed doors with SpongeBob and his girl.
But I
But
will say the song, the little snippet that I did hear of Justin Timberlake's new song, I do like it. It's very like I hear the disco vibes. Anything
there's
that
a,
Justin puts out, I always like.
there's a few. Well, no, you didn't like Man on the Woods that much because I was surprised. If
I
that was the
did.
mom. You
I
did?
did. Yeah, I did. The one that I didn't like was the thing that he came out with after that. I forgot what it was.
No, Man on the Woods was his last album.
Bitch,
I think it was that one you didn't like.
we went to the concert in Madison Square Garden and I had a Man in the Woods shirt on. I
Um,
yeah, my favorite song is Midnight Summer Jam.
Well, this one there was a few songs that I did think of you actually because they're very disco. So I'm like, oh, very melody. I heard it. There's a few songs I like. Okay, cute, but it's nothing that like I'm listening to like that. Like for example, Chris Brown 1111 album. I'm still listening to Chris Brown 1111 album. Like I'll still go to YouTube and want to put it on or play a song. I've been addicted or like even you know me, when I get into a song or an album, I can play it a lot, a lot, a lot, a
Yeah,
lot.
you do heavy
Justin is,
rotation, like to the
yeah,
point where you're tired of listening
yeah,
to it.
like Rhea right now is heavy rotation. Sarah Larson on my love, heavy rotation. Who else? Dua Lipa. I'm so excited that her album's coming out in May. 'Cause so far, the first two singles, like I loved.
Yeah,
So I'm really excited for her. But there's just certain songs, even Ariana. I thought I was like,
yeah,
not only am I going to listen to an album as a podcaster to talk about it, but also as a fan of music and hoping that like I have a favorite new album that I could like repeat and get obsessed with. But Ariana didn't do it for me. And again, it's not that Justin Timberlake's album is bad. It's just I don't see it getting played. But I do like No Angel. I do like the song Alone. It's a ballad, and for a ballad, I just like the arrangement and how it goes. I like Drown. There's a few songs that like they're not bad, but it's just nothing that like stands out that I want to like listen to while at the gym or walking
yeah.
to work or whatever
I
the
think
case.
it's
But
funny that you know that he did like a
the
surprise
Tiny
like
Desk.
concert
Oh,
with NSYNC in LA recently.
oh, can I get my opinion on that? I think he's getting gimmicky And at this point, stop using NSYNC for press. Just get back with them. Like we see the decline of like people wanting you alone.
Yeah.
Stop using NSYNC for the extra views or
Hmm.
boost of whatever, and just get back with them if that's the case. Because honestly, at this point, if NSYNC got back together, I think they would get way more media attention and just like fanfare if they did.
Yeah.
Honestly, what do you think? Do you think
I agree. I agree. And I thought that he only did it because he had his album coming out. And that's the sad
yeah,
reality. And additionally, if you recall, he had like not that long ago, he had like a show here, like a surprise show at Irvine Ballroom or something here in New
Irving
York.
Plaza or something like that?
Irving
Yeah,
Plaza, yeah. And like, yeah, that sold out or whatever. But the NSYNC one made more like traction in social media. Like everybody
yeah.
was talking about it. Everyone was saying how great JC Chastain looked and how he was like his
How
his
he
voice was
technically was always the
singing.
better voice in the group,
Yeah, he was like the Melody Thornton, and Justin
right?
was the
That's a
Nicole
good comparison.
Scherzinger.
Yeah.
But as far as that, I haven't been listening to that. I will say I'm still stuck on Ray. I told you that my 21st Century Blues. That's my album right now.
That's such a
You
good
know,
album.
you know that she's gonna perform on Saturday Night Live in like 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah,
Really? Okay, that's what's
come
up.
on,
She, look
crossover.
at it. Crossover, right? I love a good crossover from London to
Yeah.
the US. It's not always easy to break our market,
Hmm.
um but speaking of music, I was actually listening to because I was listening. God, I love music and discover music. This new song from Manuel Turismo. Have you heard of him?
Manuel Turismo. Turizo?
Or
Turizo?
Turizo.
Yeah, he has
Manuel
a song
Turizo.
El Merengue.
First of all, I didn't know the little motherfucker was, and I say little because I didn't know he was only 23. He's in Aries, so he'll be turning 24 in like a week. But um, he's only 24, and he looks like hombre, a
Wait, let me
hot
see.
hombre.
Oh
Google him.
my.
And, okay, so you gotta watch this video. Mil cosas. It's featuring this girl, and I'm having a brain fart. I should have written it here, but it just had me think. First of all, the song, the lyrics. I'm like, ooh, ooh, oof, oof. So now Alejandro, move over because you have a new young buck in town, and he has the beard to want to sit on that
Oh,
face.
he has a song that I really like. He has two songs. La
So,
Bachata and then a song called El Merengue. I like the song El Merengue. It's really
and
good.
he has a song with Shakira that she that's gonna be on her album, and she did a video a few months back, and it's not too bad. He's Colombian actually. I thought he was Puerto Rican, but he's Colombian. And
Say
well,
what?
anyways, this song Mil Cosas, which features this other girl, just
David
had me
Maluma.
thinking. It just had me thinking like reggaeton. What people know about reggaeton and the rap and stuff is just so sexy, and the way they just like rap about just the descriptiveness. Don't you feel that way when you listen to music, especially reggaeton? Like this
Have
R
you
and B.
listened to? You know who actually makes songs that are very sexual, besides Bad Bunny, but very sexualized, with nice
Brian
beats.
Myers.
No, I'm female wise. Carol G. That song Gatúbela, that it translates to Catwoman in Spanish.
Hmm.
That song. Listen to Gatúbela. That's a good song. That makes you feel like a freaky tona.
Exactly, but I just feel like the Spanish language in general. I mean, let's be real. It's in studies out there that Spanish is one of the voted is in the top five or top three, one of the sexiest languages.
Hmm.
And I feel like reggaeton, especially reggaeton, like it's just like the way they rap, the lyrics, the way they describe it, it's just you feel it. Not to say that like in like R&B, because we have R&B sexy, love making, baby making songs, hip hop as well. Like they could get explicit. And don't lie, I have my little English R&B sex list,
I love
but
R&B.
there's just something about in Spanish, where it's like, and the way they just rap it, and the words they say, and especially whether if they're Puerto Rico, whatever, that accent in certain words is like, it had me thinking yesterday, like, yo, like, Spanish is a sexy as language, especially in music. Like it just you feel it more and get into it more.
I'm yo. Speaking of Manuel Turizo, I will say I will give credit where credit is due. When it comes to reggaeton right now, obviously Puerto Rico is always gonna have it down pat because that's where it comes from, originality, whatever. But Colombia,
Colombia,
they
I
have
know you were gonna
been
say Colombia.
flipping it and reversing it and like
Mm-hmm.
actually like doing their shit. Like they're doing it
Peso
justice.
Pluma,
I like.
Fade from
I love
Colombia.
Fade.
Yeah. Yo, Bad Bunny needs to release Perro Negro as a single, as a video. I need
Yeah,
that done as a video. There were so many videos, songs that I wanted from it, Un Verano Sin Ti, that he didn't release as a visual.
yeah.
I'm praying that at least with this one, he does Perro Negro. I mean,
When is his concert?
it's
Is
his
it
most streamed song from the album. Like, besides the singles, is the most, or at least Fina. He is gonna be up in the NYC, Brooklyn, in two April 10th. Well, he has three shows, so it starts on a Thursday, April 10th, 11th, and 12th. So I'll
did you
be
buy your
there.
ticket
I
yet?
know it's a little pricey ticket, and people may be like, "Oh, it's pricey," but like I said, what some people may want to spend their money on shoes, clothes, eating, paying extra for things that should be. I spend my money on Bad Bunny. I spend my money on my money. The tickets are expensive. They're a little pricey, but I've gone to every tour, and I want to go again. And for me, it's also the experience and the memory. You know,
Yeah.
clothes and all that extra stuff. Food comes and goes. Memories and experiences last forever.
Amen.
Hallmark card.
Because guess what? The food is not gonna be there when you die, but the memories might, if you think about it. But
Or if you would
um,
have it, I don't know what happens to our essence if we still remember while we're floating somewhere. But hey, we're definitely not
um,
gonna be clothes wearing the clothes or eating and stuff.
I'm
But
waiting to like. Did you get your ticket yet or no?
not yet. Listen, the
So
last concert I went to,
I would wait because
yes,
I was watching a video on TikTok. This girl said, I think wasn't Salt Lake. It was one of the earlier concerts that she went to.
mm,
She went to the box office and she was like, what's the next available best available seats for two people?" She got to sit in, like floor seats for $200.
yeah. Listen, and the same. I recently went to a concert, R&B Ladies Night, which if you follow us on the Inner Circle Instagram page, you will see we put up a reel of our experience, and that day, like literally, we were at the concert on all the sites. I was going on the different sites, the StubHub, the Ticketmaster, so fucking cheap
Yeah.
because there's still seats there, and at that point, a lot of these sellers who buy the tickets to begin with and spike
Hmm.
them up like 200% of its original value. I
Yeah.
guess they feel like they're hand forced or whatever because it's last minute and the ticket hasn't sold, so they drop the price. And then you find that when it's like 2 months ago when you were looking at it, it's like $200. Now it's like
Hmm.
$69. It literally, like you could ask. I was like literally like, oh my god, look, like wow. So that's also another thing, another trick too, for people out there that you have to like kind of look and feel. Now, if it's a really, really, really huge person like that sells out shows like that, then that's different. But for the most part, there's tricks and things that Yash are doing. That's why I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait like till a week before.
Yeah.
A week before. But how are you feeling? Do you think you're gonna make Benito's show this year?
I had this conversation with your man. I would like to go. I mean, I did tell you that I got into it was a slow start for me to like listen to the album, but I've gotten throughout the throughout time has passed, I've like listened to it and I like it. And I did what made me want to go was the set list. Like the set list is not just the new songs; it's also
Mm,
like throwbacks of previous albums and songs that I
yeah.
really like. And Bad Bunny is always gonna be a person that I feel like he's like our modern day Britney in a sense where
Mm,
we love going to Britney concerts and seeing Britney Spears, but now it's like shifted to Bad Bunny in that sense.
Mm.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
see the
definitely.
prices. I was like, yikes, but we'll see.
Yeah, it is like that. That's a good assessment. Like for me, when you ask me who's my favorite artist of all time, like TL, TLC, Spice Girls, TLC, Britney Spears, Bad
Hmm.
Bunny, like, and early influence. Although like I was young, but it was early influence I was attracted to and listened to and danced as a little kid. Ron and Puerto Rico and Vogue.
Yeah,
But obviously, at a little 5 year, 5, 6, you're loving the music, but you're not like old
right.
enough to be a fan and watch everything and all that stuff. But Spice Girls, TLC, Britney, and Bad Bunny are that for me. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and again, like we don't have Britney now touring or releasing music like that. So, when Bad Bunny does it, oh, I'm gonna go. I'm not
Also,
spending no money on Britney like that.
that's
I'm
where
gonna
the
do it.
fine daddies. That's where the fine daddies are at
And,
right
and
now.
honestly, you bring up, yeah, the concerts are lit. You have like Latinos go compete, like it's a vibe. The Bad Bunny concerts are a vibe. Like it's a vibe. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see them.
The
So,
only thing we need to
um,
coordinate is what day because I think I
Friday, 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 Friday.
Friday
Saturday is
the
the most expensive.
uh-huh.
If you look at the tickets, because believe me, I look at the tickets a lot. Saturday is the most expensive. Look at us talking about our plan for Bad Bunny podcast. Saturday is the most, or anyone else going to the show in New York, Brooklyn. There you go. You could hear this out. Saturday is the most expensive, and it makes sense. It's Saturday. A lot of people don't want to flock to Saturday. Thursday is the first night, so a lot of people want to flock to the first night. Friday is in the middle.
Yeah. I could go Friday.
So
I can't go Thursday because I'm gonna be flying back from DC.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, and plus it's a school. Well, not that I won't step out for a school next to that money, but it is right there in Brooklyn. He said, I'm not coming from fucking Madison Square Garden to
One
school
thing I'll
there.
say
But,
about one thing I'll say about many concerts we go to, we're not gonna find little fucking children in a Bad Bunny concert, and that's something
oh,
that
that's
I
that's
really enjoy.
so. But we shooting for 5. So you're gonna see us, me and Melanie, on the April 11th show. Say hi if you see us. Um, come take a picture of us. But speaking of music, and around that time, this next leading album will be out. Beyonce, Act 2, Cowboy Carter.
No, we're having technical
What are your thoughts?
difficulties.
Oh, I mean, what's am I? I'm frozen. Is it frozen?
Charlie,
um,
we can't hear you. So this is what happens when Charlie starts talking about Bad Bunny. We all of a sudden the audio goes left
or the Beehive,
because he
right?
gets so passionate and goes into this fucking tangent. So
No,
we'll wait. Are you
could you hear
back?
me? You can hear me?
We see you, but we can't hear you unless
Oh
like
Lord.
yeah, because you're not in the audio. Or maybe
Well,
it's your
that is
Wi-Fi.
crazy. Mercury retrograde is really, I mean, it starts like in a day.
Okay, now
Um,
it's working.
there
Hold
we
on.
go. It's
Yeah.
because I was talking about the Beehive, right? I mean, I wasn't gonna say nothing bad about Beyonce
You can't
Illuminati. I
talk
don't
about
gotta,
her because you will be censored. Let's move on.
right? No, but it wasn't nothing bad. I was gonna ask you, what are your thoughts?
About what?
Or maybe I was gonna say something negative about this. Cowboy Carter.
You
First of all,
know,
we took a poll. We took a poll real quick, asking people are they looking forward to her country album. Some
yeah.
people said yes. Some people said they want to wait and listen.
Hmm.
Some people and give it a chance. Some people said nah, she could keep it. What's your take, and what are your thoughts on Cowboy Carter? Now, I have to say, she also said this is not a country album. This is a Beyonce album. She says that this album has been 5 years in the making, and something that has me a little confused. That it's the reaction that she got trying to break into this genre. She wanted to basically knock down those barriers, etc., etc. But
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong. If she's tried to break into country before, she's done little country stuff back in the day when she started. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you not just drop this country song, just 2 months ago at the Super Bowl? So how much? backlash. I mean, how was this album 5 years in the making, but you just dropped the country songs 2 months ago, and you got the reaction you got 2 months ago? So I'm a little
I'll,
confused.
I'll gladly tell you. I think I want to
Enlighten me.
say I want to say it was in 2016. I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on that, but it was back around that time. More than 5 years ago, Beyonce appeared on stage. She was like a guest, and she appeared on stage with the Dixie Chicks, formerly known as the Chicks,
Oh,
formerly known as the Dixie Chicks. They performed or whatever, and I think that there was a lot of backlash because everyone was like, hey, why are the chicks performing with Beyonce, who does R&B and like does, her type of pop music or whatever. And then Beyonce was on, and then her fans were like, why is she having the chicks on who like to be boot kicking, talking about Bush sucks and all this shit? So that's why people were like confused by it. So I think that's probably what she meant. As far as like the Cowboy Carter album, listen, if Little Nas X was able to break the barriers of country and jump in there and have his song, let Beyonce do the same thing. I don't think she's gonna have like a album that's all gonna play banjo music and be country the whole time. She's probably gonna do in a different way, like
mix
in
it up.
yeah, mix it up and probably have like a different sound. She works with the best of the best producers and like audio engineers.
A lot
But
of samples, maybe. Like, yeah.
probably that would be cool if she does something like that. I I've never been into country music. I've always really did not like it. I can probably name like 3 or 4 songs that I've actually like that have kind of grown on me that are country, but to say that I like the genre as a whole, absolutely fucking not. Maybe she's gonna bring in a new audience, and maybe people who love country music are gonna like be into her shit. We never know. I'm not
Yeah.
opposed to it, but will I go see her in concert for this?
Oh,
Probably not.
no, not this one. Mm-mm.
I'm good. I'm probably not.
I'm good. That she could keep because those tickets were not cheap either, and we traveled too. So
Those tickets were cheaper than Bad Bunny, but yeah. I fucking wish Bad Bunny was performing in DC around that time because I would watch him then there.
but that's the thing. Other markets,
Yeah.
tickets are cheaper. But because we're in New York, I'm telling you, NYC keeps NYC. I'm gonna move to Texas where the tickets are cheaper. This
Let me
ain't
see when is he
Texas.
performing because I don't know. I might have to catch him in a different city. Unless do you
Well, that's the thing. On my birthday, I was thinking of catching, like, he performed on my birthday at Salt Lake City, but I was obviously in London. I'm like, damn, it would have been nice to go to, but to go to Salt Lake City for my birthday just to see that. I mean, he's
I don't
worth it.
know. Hmm.
But anyways, let's get into a little fun game right now. The Real Housewives of Potomac dropped their reunion looks,
Oh,
and
wait, I'm sorry. Stop the presses. Bad Bunny is performing in Washington D.C. April 9th. I
shut
land on
up.
April 9th.
Oh wow! Hey, listen, maybe it's meant to be. Check those ticket prices right after the show. But are you ready to get your Joe Rivers on, bestie? It's
Yeah, I'm
time for
ready.
some. Keep it or shred it. The Real Housewives of Potomac edition. So they just released and dropped the looks yesterday. So we're gonna go down the list, and people voted on our Instagram channel, our Instagram page. If you're not following our Instagram page, make sure you do. And here we go. Play along with us if you're watching, listening. First up, we have Ashley Darby. Keep it or shred it. What are your thoughts?
Her body silhouette bothers me so much. But we're not judgmental about bodies and figures here. Um,
Body positivity.
yeah, sure. I'll keep it. It's very reminiscent to what Candace wore last season or like 2 seasons, 2 reunions ago with the blue. I'll keep it. And right, do you want me to give the score right now?
Well, I'm gonna go. I actually voted shredded because there you go. Maybe it's because it's something Candace reminiscent of she wore, but I feel Ashley Darby herself has wore something like this reminiscent on Watch What Happens Live. So it's giving me redundant. Looks good. She doesn't look bad. I had a hard time with it, deciding whether I like it or not because I do think Ashley's a beautiful girl. I love when she
Yeah.
shows her girls. She be giving me some fashion where I'm like, "Ooh, bitch, turn it out." But like this one seems like just redundant to me. So for me, it was a shredded. What were the people saying on our Instagram page?
60% said keep it, 40% said shred it. And
Okay, okay.
if you look hard, if you look close enough, she's posing the same way that the portrait behind her is posing. So that's why I'm like, I can't take you serious. Next person.
Next up, Giselle Bryant. Is that
That's
Giselle?
not
Oh,
Giselle.
I'm sorry,
That's
Robin
Robin.
Dixon. I need to start wearing my glasses too for the show, seeing these different little screens. Robin Dixon. Keep it or shred it.
For me, it's a shredded because it's like the Shein version of Balenciaga. It's giving fake Kim Kardashian at the Met vibes. All she's missing is the hoodie and the face thing cover. Um, no, like it's either you decide to wear pants or you decide to wear a dress. Which one
It's
is it?
because I think she's trying to impress Andy because we know Daddy Andy loves a good jumpsuit, and she failed at it. Robin, I think Robin's fashion, even in her confessionals this season, were like, "Girl, what are you
It's
doing?"
matronly and like very it's
Yeah, she's so pretty. Like she could do like so much more, but like I don't know. For me, it's a big shredder. What were the people saying?
well the people agreed with me. 40% said keep it, 60% said shred it.
No, I said shredded too. They agree with us.
Well,
Next,
both of us, yeah.
Wendy Osefo. Keep it a shredded.
This one for me, I like it. I think she looks nice. I feel that the neckline it would have been nicer if she didn't have that huge um
Okay. Oh my God.
the necklace. I
We
feel
need
like it
twins.
takes
Like
we're right here. I think
we
the
right here.
necklace takes away like it's too distracting.
I
The
thought the
dress
same.
itself,
Mhm.
yeah, the dress
Sorry, go ahead.
itself and the cape is it's so nice, and the hair itself. Less is more, girl. Don't you know what Coco Chanel said? Take off something when you leave the
It,
door.
before you leave the door, look in the mirror and take off one thing. I love the wet hair look. I thought the same thing. It's too much. You know what was too much for me? Either get rid of the necklace or get rid of the white, the white thing. And those were my thoughts. Get rid of one of the two. But
Hmm.
the necklace for me was very distracting. Like I keep looking at her chest, and there's a necklace for it. It was one of the two for me, but like for some reason, I keep looking at the necklace. And it was very
Yeah.
distracting to me. I love the wet hair look. Again, it was hard. It was hard for me to shred it, but for me, it was a shred it. What were the people thinking?
The people are tied in this one. It's
Okay,
50% keep it,
flip.
50% shred it.
All right, next up, we have Mia motherfucking Thornton.
Okay, Miss Mia. I
Eh,
love Miss Mia. She's so pretty. I
yes,
think her titties are sitting pretty. I think this is cute. This is in her realm, in her wheelhouse. I really like it. It's very sleek. She's known for doing a ponytail and looking very sleek and effortless. This is a keep it for me.
Mama got first seat next to Annie too, so she made sure she was gonna look good. One and two, if you look very closely at the detail of the dress, it looks like a flowing hair dress. Look very close,
Woven, yeah.
y'all. It
Yeah.
looks like a hair, like a play on the dress, like hair, like the hair, like the it like the hair is flowing. It's a hairy flow dress. I think
Yeah.
is amazing looking. I think it's unique. I always like, there's so many reunions and so many housewives, so many franchises, and so many things we see. I just like when something just pops and is different. And for me, when I seen this right off the bat, I'm like, keep it. I'm like, wow, Mia really is rising to the motherfucking creme of the creme top. First seat next to Andy, she's bringing this look. I heard that we there's some moments with her at the reunion.
Hmm.
Shout out to Mia. What were the people saying?
So 80%, 86% said keep
Come
it.
on, 86 babies.
14% said shred it.
A small margin. Listen, we could have did. I don't want to get on the people that disagree with us. We still love you. That's a small margin. Mama's still winning. Next up, Giselle Bryant.
Hmm. I'll be nice. Listen, this is not. This is like something that we've seen off the rack. It's very off the rack,
No,
but it's something that looks nice on her because we all
Mhm.
know Giselle Bryant cannot dress for the life of her. So I'm gonna say keep it because simple is key. Keep it kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. So yeah, I'm gonna say keep it.
You know what? I gotta agree. Also, for one time, like she looks good. Black. First of all, black is one of the safest go-to choices. And when I say safest, it doesn't necessarily mean bad. It's like, black looks good. You could do a lot with black. It's a safe choice. The little black dress. Um, she's lucky the theme was black. She looks good. She looks
Yes.
good. She looks good. And you know what? Shout out to Giselle Bryant. I know I get on her and stuff. She may annoy the shit out of me, but she could be like me. And no tea, no shade when I say this, because last year she got on. People got on her for being some weight throughout the years. She could be that housewife that goes the housewife route nowadays, which is get on the O, and she has it. She doesn't need to either, but she has it. But a lot of these housewives that are not don't need it are going on it. Dolores Catania, I love you, but I see you. Margaret Joseph, you too.
Wait, she
Next,
got on. Giselle got on what?
I'm saying shout out that Giselle O'Brien hasn't gotten on Ozempic because I feel like Giselle has
How do
put on
you
some
know she
pounds.
hasn't?
You think so? She would be skinnier than that. I think she's put
I
on some
mean,
pounds
every
for me.
Ozempic is I feel like I'm the spokesperson for Ozempic now. Ozempic is different on everybody,
No,
so you never know. She could probably be. She's probably just very quiet about it.
well, she
But
looks
I would,
good. She looks
yeah.
good.
I mean,
What other people saying?
she does have a boy toy though, and he's in his 30s, so she got to keep up. 100% said keep it.
Look at that. Look at Giselle Bryant. Next up, NECA, newbie on in the town of Potomac, NECA. What do we think about NECA? Another
So,
one I was conflicted with. It was hard for me to either keep it or shred it.
so Miss NECA, I don't really like this outfit on her. She's wearing. It's too much. It's too like
It's like Wendy. The Nigerian girls are doing too much.
I don't know how to explain it. I'm like looking at it hard to explain what I don't like about
I
it.
know it's like one glove, one not a glove, the high shoulder thing. It's cute, but it's like a lot. It's a lot. Like
I think it's a lot
for me, it
going
was a
on
start.
symmetrically in her dress that she shouldn't have done her hair like that. Her hair should have been like sleek back, like taking attention away from her hair and the focus on her dress. Hairstyles can make or break your outfit.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I agree with that. Well, what do the people say on the Instagram page?
I mean, people is conflicted or maybe they are just fucking blind because 50% said keep it and 50% said shred it.
All right, half and half. And next, Candace
Y'all calling
Dillard.
me right now.
Hmm?
Candace Dillard. Listen, this is new. It's very it's giving like lingerie Victoria's Secret Angels vibe. I like it. I think it's cute.
Yeah, I put keep it too.
I love
I
the
actually
short
put keep
hair.
it.
She always dresses nice. She knows what looks good in her body and her stature because she's so small and tiny. Um, but yeah, I think I'm looking at the gloves and I see how like she knows not to wear material that's gonna bring her down or make her look way smaller than
Mm.
she is. So I like this dress a lot. I like she the fact that she chose fabric that's basically see-through or mesh. Is that
And
or
what other? Yeah, in a sense, yeah. And what other people saying on IG?
100% said keep it.
All right, look, the nemesis with with both 100%, both Giselle and Candace. And last but not least, the grand dame of Potomac, Karen Huger.
Okay, so I said keep it because out of respect for the Grand Dame, and she is of older age, triple 20.
60?
But the
Yeah.
first thought that I had, and I'm gonna wait till you stop drinking because I'm afraid you're gonna spit out your drink. The first thought that I had when I saw this fucking picture, she looks like Groot.
Not Groot. Not Groot.
She don't look like Groot to you?
No, but now that you see said it, I can't unsee it. I see it now.
I'm
I
sorry.
see it
I'm
now, but
sorry.
and now you're gonna mess up because for me it was a keep it. Like as soon as I see the look, I'm like, okay, Karen, the hair up and it brings out her face, and I'm sure the plastic surgery, allegedly the work she's gotten done. I like the dress. She's first seat next to Andy again, while Giselle's sitting second next to her. But now that you see that, I can't see it. Like
She
I
looks like
see
Groot.
that.
Let me look up a
Oh
picture
my god.
that looks like Groot.
Hurry up, yeah. Look up a quick picture of group because people got. Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people whoever's listening to this, I'm sure people seen Galaxy, Guardian of the Galaxy or Galaxy of the Guardians, however it goes. Ah,
Tell me that's not the
yo,
same.
for real. Well, I still say keep. I still liked it. I still really like it. And honestly, for me, the girls who stood out for me instantly was out of the whole crop, Karen. Well, Mia, Karen, and that's it. I think. And I think
I love Mia's. I
yeah,
love Candace,
Mia,
and
Karen.
yeah, that's it.
And Ashley's not too bad. It's just it's redundant for me.
Ashley
It's like
needs to dress for her body. Ashley doesn't have hips. So when she wears clothes, it makes her look like a surfboard with tits. I
yo,
love
she
her.
doesn't have a picture,
She's cute. She got it going on. But if you're gonna add boobs, tell the doctor to add some hips too. Just
right?
saying. Y'all were in DR. Just saying.
Just do the whole thing. But today we're ending. We are doing the podcast on the last day of Pisces season. Technically, the last day of the astrological calendar.
Yeah.
Um, so what? I'm glad we're doing it on this day. We're ending it tomorrow. The new astrological year starts. Aries season commences. Shout out to Aries. Listen, we don't talk shit about also. Shout out to my Aries. You're fiery. You're fun. Um, I enjoy a good Aries.
A good Aries. Man.
we listen. We know some bad. Shout out to our tío Roberto. You're not gonna say shout out to Robert, Uncle Robert. You
Hi,
know Uncle Robert, man.
yeah. Shout out to my unc.
Tu compadre. But thank you guys so much for tuning in on a 201 episode. Last week we did our 200th episode. If you haven't seen that episode, catch up now. Make sure you stream us on all your favorite platforms, YouTube, Facebook. Follow us on Instagram because we got it going on Instagram all the time. We will see you guys next week, same place, same time. Make sure to spread the word. Adios.
Bye. How do the when people do?
The heart.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.